Honey harvesting is a complex process, requiring a deep understanding of beekeeping techniques, as well as meticulousness in each step. Before harvesting, beekeepers must check the condition of the bee colony and the honeycombs to determine the appropriate time. Bees usually produce honey during the blooming season, and only when the honeycombs are completely capped with wax will the honey be ripe and ready to be harvested. If honey is harvested too early, the honey may contain too much water, easily ferment, and be of poor quality. The honey collection process requires beekeepers to use protective clothing to avoid being stung by bees. They often use smoke to temporarily make the bees leave the honeycombs, making honey collection easier. After separating the honeycombs from the rearing box, the honey is centrifuged or pressed to collect the most essence. This step must be done gently so as not to damage the honeycombs, helping the bee colony continue to produce honey for the next crop. After collecting the honey, the next important step is filtering and preserving. Pure honey often contains beeswax, pollen, and small impurities, so it needs to be filtered through a sieve or thin cloth to ensure clarity and purity. Finally, the honey is stored in clean glass or plastic bottles, placed in a cool place, away from direct sunlight, to preserve its flavor and nutritional value. If the process is followed correctly, the honey will not only be delicious, but also last a long time, bringing high economic value to beekeepers. Preparation before harvesting honey. Before harvesting honey, beekeepers need to be carefully prepared to ensure the quality of the honey, as well as the safety of themselves and the bees. One of the most important factors is to check the condition of the bee colony and determine the appropriate harvest time. Normally, the dry season is the ideal time to harvest honey, because when flowers bloom, bees have enough food to make honey, and low humidity in the air helps limit the risk of honey fermentation. If harvested too early, when the honey is not yet ripe, the resulting product will contain a lot of water, affecting the quality and storage time. On the contrary, if left too long, the honey can be gradually consumed by the bees or crystallized, reducing its commercial value. In addition to the timing factor, beekeepers also need to ensure safety measures when coming into contact with the bee colony. Wearing specialized protective clothing is mandatory, including long-sleeve shirts, gloves, masks, and face shields to avoid bee stings. In particular, for those who are sensitive or allergic to bee venom, careful protection will help reduce the risk of accidents during the harvesting process. In addition, preparing all specialized tools is also an indispensable step. Beekeepers need a honey spinning frame to separate honey from beeswax, a honeycomb lid cutter to open the honey cells, a honey filter to remove impurities, and a clean container to preserve honey after harvesting. If all preparations are done carefully, the harvesting process will go smoothly, helping to obtain pure, delicious honey and ensure nutritional value. Checking the hive before harvesting. Before harvesting honey, beekeepers need to carefully inspect the hive to ensure that the honey is ripe and ready to be harvested. This helps to obtain the best quality honey while minimizing negative impacts on the bee colony. First, the beekeeper will open the lid of the beehive and observe the condition of the honeycombs. A hive that is qualified for harvesting usually has most of the honey cells covered with a thin layer of white wax. This is a sign that the honey is ripe, has low humidity, helps to prolong the storage time and limit fermentation. If harvested too early, when the honey cells are not completely screwed on, the honey will still be watery, easily spoiled, and will not have the rich flavor of ripe honey. During the inspection process, some beekeepers use smoke to calm the bees, making the harvest easier. Smoke has the effect of causing the bees to leave the honeycombs and move deeper into the hive, reducing the risk of bee attacks. When the bees are less agitated, the beekeeper can operate more gently, avoiding damage to the hive and limiting injury to the bees. The use of smoke must be done properly, not too much to avoid panicking the bees or affecting the quality of the honey. Checking the hive is an important step to help beekeepers determine the right time to harvest. Protect the bees and ensure the collection of pure, delicious honey, bringing high economic value. Extracting honey from the hive. After checking and determining that the hive has met the harvesting standards, the beekeeper proceeds to extract the honey by gently separating the honeycombs from the feeding box. This process must be done carefully to avoid damaging the hive and the bee colony. The beekeeper uses specialized tools such as sharp cutters or blades to remove the wax layer covering the honey cells. This wax layer is created by the bees to protect the honey from bacteria and moisture from the environment. Cutting the wax must be done meticulously and decisively so as not to damage the honeycomb structure, helping the honey spinning process to be more effective. After removing the wax layer, the honeycombs will be placed in a centrifuge to separate the honey. The spinner operates on the principle of centrifugal force, helping the honey flow out of the cells without breaking or deforming the honeycomb structure. This method helps protect the honeycomb, allowing the bees to continue to reuse it to produce honey in the following seasons, saving time and effort for the beekeeper. Extracting honey from the hive is an important step in the harvesting process, requiring skill and technique to ensure the honey is of the best quality. If done correctly, the honey will retain its natural, rich flavor and nutritional value, while helping to maintain the sustainable development of the bee colony. Filtering and preserving honey. After honey is extracted from the beehive by a centrifuge, it still contains many impurities such as beeswax crumbs, small bee bodies, or pollen. To ensure the purity of the honey, beekeepers filter the honey with a mesh or fine cloth. This step helps to completely remove impurities, making the honey clear, beautiful, and of better quality. Some people also let the honey settle naturally for a few days, so that the impurities float to the surface, then filter, helping the resulting product to have the highest clarity. After filtering, the honey is poured into clean containers for storage. The choice of container is also very important, because honey has natural antibacterial properties, but can still be affected by the material of the container. Glass or food-grade plastic containers or bottles are the best choice to ensure the quality of the honey remains intact. Honey should be stored in a cool, dry place, away from direct sunlight, as high temperatures can destroy some of the enzymes and valuable nutrients in honey. The ideal storage temperature for honey is usually between 18 to 25 degrees Celsius. At this temperature, honey retains its smooth consistency and does not crystallize quickly. Some large production facilities also check the humidity of the honey before bottling, ensuring that the honey has a humidity level below 20% to avoid the risk of fermentation, helping to prolong the storage time. If the process is followed correctly, honey can retain its quality and flavor for many years, without the need for preservatives. Honey packaging and distribution. After going through the stages of harvesting, filtering, and preserving, honey will be packaged for distribution to the market. The packaging process plays an important role in protecting the quality of honey, helping the product retain its original flavor and ensuring food safety. Honey is often stored in glass bottles, food-grade plastic bottles, or ceramic jars. for convenient storage and use. These types of packaging not only help protect honey from environmental impacts, but also contribute to increasing aesthetics, making the product easily attract consumers. Before launching to the market, manufacturers often label the packaging, fully stating information about the origin, expiration date, nutritional ingredients, and quality standards. This helps consumers easily choose the right product and ensure safety when using. Some major brands also invest in luxurious, eye-catching packaging designs to enhance the commercial value of the product. In addition to pure honey, many manufacturers have also developed high-end honey products by combining them with other nutritious ingredients, such as royal jelly, pollen, ginseng, or turmeric starch. These products not only increase nutritional value, but also meet the diverse needs of the market, especially those who care about health. Thanks to professional packaging and distribution processes, honey is not only consumed domestically, but also exported to many countries, bringing high economic value and contributing to the development of sustainable beekeeping. Protecting bee colonies after harvest. After harvesting honey, caring for and protecting the bee colony is an important factor in maintaining the health of the bees, as well as ensuring honey production for the following seasons. A healthy bee colony not only helps increase harvest productivity, but also contributes to ecological balance by pollinating crops. Therefore, beekeepers need to take appropriate measures to support the bee colony after the harvest season. One of the most important things is to ensure that the bees have enough honey to sustain their lives, especially in winter or the rainy season when flower sources are scarce. If all the honey in the hive is taken, the bees will not have enough food, which can easily lead to weakness or even starvation. Therefore, beekeepers need to leave some honey in the hive or provide supplementary food, such as diluted sugar water or artificial pollen, to maintain the health of the bee colony. In addition to providing nutrition, checking the health of the bee colony is also an important task. Bees can suffer from a number of common diseases such as parasitic mites, varroa, rot disease, or mold in the hive. If not detected and treated promptly, these diseases can weaken the bee colony, reduce honey production, or even cause the entire hive to collapse. Beekeepers need to regularly observe for unusual signs, clean the beekeeping box, and apply timely disease prevention measures. Protecting bee colonies after harvest not only helps maintain productivity, but also ensures the sustainable development of beekeeping, bringing long-term economic benefits to beekeepers. Benefits of honey in life. Honey is not only a nutritious natural food, but also has many important uses in daily life. With its delicious flavor and natural sweetness, honey is widely used in food processing, from seasoning dishes to making drink. Many people use honey instead of refined sugar to improve health and reduce the risk of diseases related to blood sugar. In addition to its role as food, honey is also a valuable ingredient in the beauty industry. Thanks to its moisturizing and antioxidant properties, honey helps nourish the skin, soothe irritation, and support acne treatment. Many natural cosmetic products such as masks, cleansers, or creams all contain honey, helping to improve skin health safely and effectively. In medicine, honey is known for its antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and health recovery properties. It is often used to soothe the throat, reduce coughs, boost the immune system, and aid digestion. In particular, thanks to its high antibacterial properties, honey is also used to treat wounds, minor burns, and skin diseases. Not only beneficial to humans, beekeeping also plays an important role in the environment. Bees are the main pollinators for many crops, helping to increase agricultural productivity and protect biodiversity. Therefore, developing beekeeping not only brings economic value, but also contributes to maintaining the balance of the ecosystem. The process of harvesting honey on the farm is not simply about collecting honey from the hive, but also requires meticulousness, carefulness, and a deep understanding of the habits of bees. From the preparation, inspection of the hive, honey collection, filtering and preservation to packaging and distribution, each step has a direct impact on the quality of the honey obtained. A properly technical harvesting process not only helps to obtain pure honey, rich in nutritional value, but also protects the health of the bee colony, creating conditions for them to continue to develop and produce honey for the following seasons. In addition to economic benefits, beekeeping also plays an important role in the environment. Bees are one of the main pollinators for crops, helping to increase agricultural productivity and protect biodiversity. Thanks to the great values honey and the beekeeping industry, more and more people are investing in this field, contributing to increasing people's income and promoting the development of a sustainable agricultural economy. With the development of science and technology, the beekeeping industry is increasingly improved, applying modern methods to improve the quality of honey and better protect bee colonies. This not only helps beekeepers achieve higher economic efficiency, but also contributes to maintaining natural balance, protecting the environment, and providing people with a valuable source of food from nature.